really thought the Dudleys were brothers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
I thought they were brothers. I thought they were stepbrothers. They worked something out.
I just thought like they both had the same daddy, and the daddy was black. Like that's what I thought.
Yeah, I was
growing
okay
up.
with that.
And I was right. I was cool with it.
But it didn't work out.
But it didn't work out. That was
And I felt.
Yo, your obnoxious burp at the beginning.
Oh,
that fucked me up. I'm sitting here dying. Jobber Nation, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you're going to be listening to this, or those that are we live? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're live, right? We're live, right? Yeah.
Okay. I'm sitting here like, anybody out there watching this? Welcome to another episode of the Jabba Tears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR, here with Sarah Wilkins and Mr. Black. First things first, I do want to personally thank the owner of Battle Club Pro, Mr. Joaquin Morales, for filling in last week on my behalf. It's definitely always a pleasure. Looking forward to the things that we have in the works. So just stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. The comeback is going to be real than the setback. That's a bar.
What are you talking about?
May, July.
The comeback is going to be better than the
setback. Oh, I read that somewhere on my way here. And it just actually felt appropriate to say. But once again, thanks to Mr. Morales for joining us. Joining the boys last week. And then a surprise Jabba Tears podcast lounge episode last night. Where we had the infamous D-Lo Brown. So I do, on behalf of the Jabba Tears podcast, want to thank D-Lo for joining us last night. How crazy was that, though? That was our longest interview.
Well, he
like because you can see on the StreamYard, you can see the time. So I said when we got to like that hour point, I was just like, well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. And then when everybody just kept talking, I was like, well, I guess we're not wrapping it up. Yeah. Okay. Then we got to an hour and 45 minutes. I said, nah, niggas, we gotta wrap this up. I'm exhausted. I love y'all, but we gotta go. But it was definitely well worth the 2 hours, probably if not our longest interview, but it was so worth it. So once again, thank you to D-Lo Brown for joining us on the JTP Lounge.
Shout out to the Dirty Hills who's in the live stream. Shout out to y'all good brothers out there. Shout out to Ralph Reigns, your perverted self. Nasty nigga.
Where are we gonna start? Well, okay, so I have a question to you guys before we do jump into some topics this week. On my way here, I was thinking about how important catchphrases are. I think sometimes we forget like those like one-liners that always stick in our minds, that will be forever and ever. So the question real quick, just as a starter topic, what are some of your favorite catchphrases outside "You smell what the rock is cooking"? Because I'm not accepting that. So what are some like catchphrases, one-liners?
Jabroni.
Yeah, I fucking hate you. You found a way to slide around. I thought you would have said SmackDown Hotel.
Oh, dang. What else? Some of my
yeah, what's some like one-liners, some like tags, some catchphrases throughout the times that stick out to you the most. And those that are watching on live feed, if you want to comment below, please do.
I think that for me is more like what announcer stuff says. Like, I always stick to my mind because I always announce like "Mamma Mia," like stuff like that. Like I do that when I be in my real life, or like by God, like stuff like that. I like, to me it's just like sentences. Jeff Hardy versus Undertaker Raw for the WWE Championship. Like, go do it, kid. Don't moments like that. It's just like. Did they call what's they call again? To me, they like replay like GIFs in my head all the time.
They were the early GIFs. Holy shit! Could you imagine if GIFs were around the Attitude Era?
Facts.
How crazy that would have been.
Ralph Reigns said, "I'm damn good. I am damn good. Yeah, I am that damn good." Yeah, I know that.
I'm trying to think of which
a lot
good
of classic
ones. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was in the Uber on the way here, and I was like, yo, catchphrases and like slogans and stuff.
Kiki said,
crazy.
"What does everybody want?"
Yo, Kiki is on level 10 in the middle of the afternoon. I appreciate that, sis. That's you know what's crazy? When we had Al Snow host the viewing party 2 years ago, I swear I was like, if we don't just we should have got mannequin heads. We missed that. We missed out on the mark for him to just start doing autographs and shit. That would have been great.
What else? There's a lot of good catchphrases.
I'm trying to think.
Someone says, "It doesn't matter" by The Rock when he's actually, "How you like me now?" Oh, "How you like me now?" Hardcore Holly. I remember that one. That's a classic one. "How you like me now?" I like Dang, this is old school. This is I forgot which one was it. One of the London boys, Paul London, Brian Kendrick, where he had to be entrance. He said, "Thank you," when he was trying to get a contract. That catchphrase saying "thank you." I like that one. I like this one. "I got kids." That's a good one.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna throw it back.
Wow.
Everyone has a price.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
That one always stuck out to me.
Someone said, "What's up with that?"
Oh yeah, that's classic.
Classic.
That's classic.
Classic. What else? Dang, come on, y'all. Like, since y'all on the live feed, you know, shout out to Miss Stephanie Hart, aka Mama Dershi.
So right now, those once again watching on the live feed, real quick. We wanted to just, I just wanted to just like start like a conversation start in terms of
Someone
what
said,
catchphrases.
That's the bottom line.
The Rock had the best ones.
All right.
Someone.
What's another one?
My son Montezi said, "That was crazy."
Who said that?
What about damn?
Damn.
Lie, cheat, steal.
Another one. Sucker.
Rest in peace. Time to play the game.
Classic. Classic.
I'm trying to think. You're fired.
Yeah.
Bad. I got some bad news.
Oh yeah.
Yo, they. I feel they definitely missed the mark on Wade on that gimmick, because that definitely was working for a hot minute, and then they dropped the ball on that one.
Of course, Eddie. Viva la raza.
Someone spelled that out. That's hilarious.
You did not just see that. Booker T. Stephanie Hardy. That's a classic. Gold dust. Hush.
Yo,
that's a classic.
Low key, Gold Dust was before his time.
Oh, super ahead of this time.
Super, like yeah.
Don't trust anyone.
Oh, that's a good one.
Someone said
still
what?
Use that to this
someone
day.
said what by Stone Cold. Get the tables.
Oh, get the tables is a good one.
What's best for business? Stephanie Hardy says, "Hey." I don't know. Like, is she saying hey, or like is she saying hey as a saying?
Well, we'll say hey, girl, hey, just in case if you're saying hey.
Yeah. Like, cool. What else sayings?
Just a few more.
One of a kind. No, that's his theme song.
Yeah, I was saying that's the name of the title.
I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Ooh.
Oh, this is a classic. Get the F out. Woo! That's a classic.
First of all, when they put that shit on a T-shirt, that's how I was like, all right, that's
fire.
Pretty dope. Well, I guess Austin 316.
I'm not a nugget.
Yeah, that was Owen.
What a rush.
Ooh!
What a rush
That's
is
a classic one, man.
Have a nice day.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Forgot about that.
Homicide.
What's up?
That's why, like, you low-key when Matt Riddle rolls around in that stupid-ass scooter, and he'd be like, bro. Just be going around, call everybody bro.
Simple. Yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes chant, definitely. Especially when he occupied Raw. That was actually definitely top 10 Raw episodes that I enjoyed. Was him occupying
RKO. Yeah, the most 3 devastating letters in sports entertainment. RKO. It's Showtime by Sting.
Speaking of RKO, that interview with Stone Cold.
I didn't watch it yet.
I didn't watch it yet, but I heard it was really good.
Nah, it's top 10. It's top 5 ever.
Tonight.
It's top 5 ever. It's one of the best I've ever seen. And Randy was amazing in that interview.
Because I think, once again, Randy's at a point in
Oh,
his career.
How's your wives? It's Edge. Okay, Kiki. Okay. That's a classic.
That's mad random.
Woo!
Oh, I don't know if we can. I had someone ask.
MVP. Half man, half him. Woo, that's classic MVP. Yeah, and like when he's come out with the little bubble. Oh, man. Dang. Shout out to MVP.
Oh, always shout out to MVP.
Yeah.
Someone said, I don't know if we can check Twitch. Because someone made it. I think there's comments on Twitch, but I don't know how to check it.
Check it right now.
Okay, good.
How do you do that?
Because he has it on his phone. But yeah, I don't know. I was on the way here and I was just like, with, it being WrestleMania season and, we're gonna talk about how this, like, is it nay or yay for this build-up? Who has a better build-up, TakeOver or WrestleMania? Because I definitely think after this week's episode on NXT, they are moving the needle a little bit better than WWE on the main roster side. So we're going to talk about that. But real quick, let's talk about Fastlane. Fastlane was the last stop to the biggest stage in them all, WrestleMania. And I don't know, it was weird. I thought I thought it was like a SmackDown pay-per-view. And it threw me off. And I was just like, what am I watching?
It was a throwaway pay-per-view. It was a throwaway pay-per-view.
It was a test pay-per-view, basically.
It was to see what
Peacock will work, and they did it, and succeeded. But I personally think that they should have just did like a what they usually do back in the day is get clips, get the build up and show that different people builds up throughout the week. You understand? They should have did that. That was another way to test it out. But
okay. I think it's hard because, we're, and I guess we can kind of talk about build-ups for both going into after Fastlane. I just think it's hard because at any given moment, things can change. Like, literally at a snap, like week of, shit can go left. And I think because of the uncertainty, it makes it a little harder to do a build-up. But honestly speaking, the match for me on Fastlane was definitely Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, hands down. Was probably
what matches was on there?
So you had Roman and Daniel. You had Alexa and Randall.
Oh, let's talk about that less.
Drew versus Sheamus.
Dry as Drew.
No, Drew was great.
He's a wet.
No, that match was really, really good.
Homo.
That match was really good.
But like it didn't get me invested. Like, why are you fighting for him? Like, boy, you already beat him.
No, it was a good match.
No.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying to me personally,
it's still a good match.
Like the pay-per-view was a throwaway pay-per-view. Yeah. So you're gonna have throwaway matches. You're trying to make Drew look strong going into Mania.
I just feel that they should never fought so much. Like they should have just fought like once because.
No, sometimes I forgot who, like back in the day when they used to do the best of 5. Sometimes and it's not like and when they had even with Roman and Jay fighting each other like 8 times. Like certain but chemistry, certain people that have that chemistry, they can go in the ring every time.
But then again, I'm a hypocrite because I'm the same one that's saying that they just fight just to fight. So you're right. You know what? I take that back. I just guess that when it comes to like WrestleMania traditionally, I'm gonna call myself out. I'm a hypocrite for doing that because I always say that, let's step outside the box and do something different. And WWE did do something different. Traditionally, they would go the traditional route where, like, before WrestleMania, and let's put a stipulation where, like, this is his feud, to make the babyface look stronger, that he overcomes so many odds, right? But in this situation, it's kind of like, nah, man, let's make both competitors look strong. Let's make it a big fight feel. And they are.
Yeah, they kind of are with Bobby.
If you watch boxing and stuff like that, they do a little exposition or they show them training to build up the hype. Or, even in basketball, leading into the playoffs, what do? They still prepare their playoffs. Like the star players may play 20 minutes or something like that, and the rest get their reps to keep their legs fresh for the playoffs, keep their system going. So with this, I just think that we always get on WWE for not being more sports-oriented. It is. That's what you do in sports. You got to look strong going to the event.
Well, it's the number one thing is that there's no house shows.
Right.
There's no house shows.
So
Right.
There's no fans.
Right.
There's nothing going on. And we saw throughout the pandemic who was able to adjust without no house shows.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, you need the house shows to get better in the ring. And I feel, and this is something I'm going to get shit for. I wish there was more house shows because the chemistry between Bianca and Sasha could build a little bit more.
Oh, but when she slapped the shit out of her at Fastlane, I said, "Oh,
someone said
it's
shout out to Ralph Reigns. I heard that there may be rumors that Bo Dallas might be the Fiend. All I'm saying is
so okay,
fire.
I'm glad you brought that up only because I kept saying, I said, that's not Bray. That guy is too small. And granted, Bray has slimmed down, but I was just like the built. I said, that's not Bray. That's somebody else. And granted, if y'all want to put somebody fill in to make me believe it's Bray, fine, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
But I thought the same thing. I was like, the minute he came from under the ring, and then the fire and all that shit, I said, that's not Bray. I said, I don't know who that is. And even the eyes, I was just like,
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Did you feel
But it
that,
would be dope. It'd be beyond
so
dope.
let me ask you guys a question. Both of you guys a question. Did you feel, because a lot of people have issue with this build, like with the whole.
Oh, no, it's brilliant.
Because my issue is this, right? I have no issues. I kind of see it this way. When it comes to this build, I think it's great. It makes more sense than Undertaker's feuds because think about it. Undertaker ascended to the heavens and the Titantron saw that. Really? That's mad fake. No, B. That's mad fake, B.
Okay, you're talking about 95, 96. Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. But fine. Okay, boo. How about this?
Every time
Randy bird him, though. He came back nothing.
No.
When people complain that they kept kayfabe.
It's always the presentation of when he comes back. And that's the different. That's what I kind of see when Bray does it, because when Taker used to always, like, whether it was Kane burning him in the casket at the Royal Rumble, and then maybe 6 weeks later you literally bring out a casket, and then the lightning bolt hits and the casket blows up and the Undertaker rises. It makes that, like, the presentation of it makes sense.
So okay, so why is everybody has issue with Bray doing the same exact thing? He's just taking up and out. Like if he's getting burned, you're gonna come back looking toasty. So I don't understand how that is.
Yeah, if Bray would have came back looking
mad
like
regular, I would complain.
I'd have been blown.
Okay. I think motherfuckers forget this is wrestling.
Just like D'Lo said.
No, it's literally, this is wrestling, and I get it, but I'm okay with what Bray is doing. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to lead to
the same energy.
But it's also going to lead to another character. It's going to lead to this constant. Because if you follow him on social media, he talks about being a cocoon and then changing from the caterpillar cocoon to the butterfly. I don't know if it's his burnt self is the cocoon part, which is going to lead to something else, but it's all about the storytelling. That's what gets you invested. You guys you can't complain about the kayfabe stuff when this stuff like this storytelling is so great,
right?
And that's one of the things that Randy spoke about on the Broken Skull interview. He was like, and I've been saying this too. We've said it. Randy's been killing it on the mic throughout the pandemic, but he said he just got it over the past 2 years of that storytelling is key.
Exactly.
And those little things.
In the long term, because
let's not forget this classic feud, the most underrated feud. Him versus Jeff Hardy, dogs. Yo!
I'm not a Jeff Hardy fan, so I probably
no, it doesn't matter if you're not a fan of it.
No,
but the work that he did, that feud was excellent. Him in the Hell in a Cell, like Jeff Hardy did something crazy.
Oh, when he with the
like,
piercing and all that type of shit.
That man's El Loco. Yo,
I feel
Randy's down with the brothers.
Like I said, I feel like Randall.
He's that white dude that he's like, yo, what he doing here? Nah, he cool, man.
I feel like Randall does bring the best out of whoever he's going against, and I think
because he was with the great ones.
Don't forget, you know why Randy was the greatest person? Because he fought the three faces, dogs: Mick Foley, Undertaker, and Bray.
No, hold up. Because Randy even said it himself. Y'all need to put some respect on John Cena, son. Y'all need to put
We talk about Randy, dog.
No,
Let's give Randy his flowers.
No.
Like I put John Cena
No. We're gonna give Randy his flowers because the reason why Roman is Roman.
It's because of John Cena.
Because
of John Cena.
The reason why
and
Roman is walking.
Say that shit.
I'm talking about even walking. The reason why Roman is flying right now because John Cena helped him walk.
Cena.
He got him off the ground.
He pushed him. Cena fucking lifted that nigga's whole shit.
And the reason why Randy knows about promos, knows about crowd, because he said it himself. Cena.
You right.
Yeah, listen.
Right.
Listen.
Niggas take Cena for granted.
Listen,
low key.
Cena was out here with the shovel. I get it.
You right.
But the thing about
he made it right at the end.
No.
But
he made it right.
But
he changed his ways. He gave his life to Jesus Christ, changed his ways, though.
But that's what I sometimes don't care for is everyone always want to talk about the burials. And it's just like every single fucking person that wants to be on top, guess what? 1 or 2 people is going to be casualties. It's going to happen.
But hold up, wait. It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword on that. It's a double-edged sword. Because Cena was the perfect fit to be the face of the company.
Absolutely.
We have to understand it, especially during that PG era. Now, the other side of the situation is that somebody else could have been up top with him.
And that's not his fault.
But
No.
But
that's company.
But there were other guys going up top. But the problem is they weren't reliable for different reasons. Edge, neck problem. He had to go.
Batista was older.
And he was getting into Hollywood.
And plus he wanted to get into Hollywood. Randall has the past. We all know about Randy's situation.
Randall sometimes don't.
But he was on top with Cena, too.
No, he was on top. But the thing about it,
Randall's attitude
is mental. Mental.
And at times, because Randall at times wants to always he gives off the I don't give a fuck.
No,
sometimes for me, it comes off to me where it's like I don't give a fuck. It's just like, well, how can I put him as the face of the company? Yeah. He don't give a fuck.
And that's the problem. It was drugs, which come on, like it's the painkiller supposedly. He had that issue, and also he was going through slumps.
And Jericho was older.
So Cena was at a point,
and they did try with Valor and Kazmar, and it didn't go over.
Exactly.
But what about the Miz though?
But the thing about it,
the Miz wasn't the Miz.
But yeah, exactly.
And also too, Cena lifted that nigga up too.
He did.
Even though Cena won at Mania that year.
RVD had drug problems, and Christian had injury problems. They had injury problems.
The only person that was consistent at that time
was CM Punk.
Right.
Who are you saying?
No, I was gonna say Cena.
It was Cena, but then you also have Punk. Now, the problem with Punk is that it's this weird dichotomy where he's great, but niggas don't fuck with him because of politics. And that's not really Punk's fault, but it's also Punk's fault. Now, remember when Shaq came on the show and they were going to give him the title? Yeah. He fucked up with the politics. He got too cocky. Rest in peace.
Oh, shit.
Rest in peace to him. But it's I love Cena, and I understand it because he understands the business. It's one of those. He
was a company man.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
He understood the business, and the thing about it, yes, there's certain things he fucked up. But with the Nexus, yes, we all can take that.
No.
They should have won.
No.
Yeah, they should have won.
Because you're ushering the new people.
Yeah, and like it would have really helped Bray.
But at that time, like to me.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What did Cena gain from that? Nothing. He gained nothing from winning.
But guess what? All of them, like whoever the strong will survived.
What did Cena gain from winning?
Is that not what?
No, answer his question. Answer his question.
What did Cena benefit from it?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
But needed the Nexus.
Because they lost.
They lost.
But regardless, it goes back to what D-Lo said last night with the Nation. And even when they broke up and even when shit was at the end, the tail end, they all ended up going their own ways and blowing up. But it was
the company's
fault.
All
them niggas in the Nexus were not destined to be bigger than what they were.
They had to leave. What's his good name? He's
the only person, Wade Barrett, was the only person.
And they dropped the ball with him.
I agree. I'm not saying that, but that's not Cena's fault.
No, okay.
That's not John Cena's fault.
I get what you're saying. But They wanted them to win.
Exactly.
John Cena said no.
I would have said no too.
Hold. That's the business side. But the thing about it, imagine if they won.
Exactly.
What could have happened after?
So if Nexus, let's rewind, wrestling rewind moment. If the Nexus won, who would have blew up from there outside of Wade Barrett? Who would have benefited the most from the Nexus if they would have won outside of Wade Barrett?
Ryback.
Oh, come on. Don't make me flip this table.
No, Ryback had his moment.
Yeah,
Ryback had his moment.
Come on.
But,
and you know low-key
but
trash
it doesn't matter, though. But
no, it does. Answer the question.
Okay, fine.
Answer the question.
If Wade Barrett had won,
outside of Wade Barrett.
I'm answering your question. If Wade Barrett would have won, Wade Barrett would have been WWE champion, right? Boom. It would have had some leverage. Oh, this group is something to mess with. I actually got behind them. Now, a couple of them could have been in tag team ranks. Boom. You could have covered them for the IC title and US title. You could develop these stars. If you get behind the stars.
But were they
Daniel
stars?
Bryan popped off after. Darren Young did his thing after.
Barely.
Yeah, but
the only person. Okay,
Slater.
so the only person, and
Slater.
actually, low key, I can't even really count Daniel Bryan in Nexus because he ended up low key like being
fired.
Right, and he stepped away completely.
But then it's also like when they put CM Punk as the leader, there's something that could have been done with that.
But they didn't put nothing behind it.
Exactly. The thing about it, they took the legs out from under them before it really got going.
The rug was gone.
They do that all the time.
They literally were just like, oh, this is something cool. Then Cena ends it because you have to think about it. When you that powerful as Cena was at the time,
and still is,
you're like, yo, look, I'm not winning this.
I'm not with the shit.
Creative is gonna be like, I guess we're gonna stop this, or Vince is gonna be like, we're gonna stop this, like. He had influence.
Exactly.
And he should have done something more.
Exactly.
But the thing about it, I can't get mad at him.
And even Cena said that was a stupid plan.
It was a stupid plan. And then
it was only really low-key stupid because of how it started. It started with the Nexus fucking demolishing John Cena. And then by the end of the whole shit, John Cena came out victorious.
Exactly.
It was doomed to me, and that's why I never could really get behind the Nexus shit. It was doomed from the start.
How?
Like I said, they demolished him on Raw, and then weeks kept going after him. The end game was John Cena winning. What was the point?
But that's the problem. He shouldn't have won.
You my point. You proving my point.
He shouldn't have won. The thing
that's
about
the
it,
point.
No, I was just saying that I didn't really care for Nexus.
But the thing about it,
exactly, you put your biases into your.
The thing about when Nexus came, when Nexus came out, it was fresh. It was motherfuckers running a rampage.
Exactly.
Who are these new guys? They had the mask on, the little thing.
Yeah.
This shit was looking ill.
Yeah.
You get hyped off of it if it was something different because they were doing ridiculous shit.
This is the first time on national TV you saw the inner workings of the ring.
Yeah, but you also saw the inner workings of the build of the system.
Exactly.
Because the one thing that most fans like is going up against the big machine.
Exactly.
And that's what happened. And they didn't let the underdogs win.
So it's so funny that as you said it, it just popped in my head because literally it felt like every group that came out, it was always just low-key trying to fuck with Cena. The Shield did it. And they popped off.
But the Shield
literally did it's very similar.
The Shield was supposed to break up a long time ago.
The Shield.
And they kept on saying it collectively, no. So imagine if they never collectively had backbones, Ben Alpha said, no, didn't bend. The Shield would have been like, those three would not have been the stars.
Because now you raised a good point. Because the Shield went in as they're going to be the next up. Robin was literally given the crown before he even said a word with his blue eyes on fucking national TV looking like a fucking blue-eyed pit bull, which made no sense.
Zero.
No sense.
None.
I don't give a fuck they call you the big dog. You got blue eyes, nigga?
You're
Samoan. How many Samoans got blue eyes?
Exactly.
I don't care if you got some German and some white in your family.
Exactly.
No,
that
you don't
shit
have
was
blue
weird.
eyes. Weird as fuck.
Weird.
Exactly.
But
And then fucking whatchamacallit, Seth Rollins, half blonde, half black hair. I was like, oh,
that shit was kind of.
That shit was not ill.
That
shit was not ill. I'm not. No, that shit was trash.
Tyler Black.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Shit was fire.
No, that's what fucked me up because it was like, oh no, y'all niggas brought out Tyler Black. Y'all didn't bring out Sethy Rollins.
But the thing is, you mentioned a good point. Let's say they break him up in 6 months. There's no impact.
Exactly.
Because what happened with Nation of Domination? We spoke about it yesterday. They were together for about a year and maybe a little bit of change. What happens during that? When you have a group together for a year, you can pick who you like. I'm watching it on TV like, yo, I fucks with this person. I fucks with this person. Because the reason for a group is it's usually to put off one person gets put over the most, but at the same time, you fall in love with individuals. Or you hate individuals. Regardless, you're getting a reaction.
So my question then is this the logic that AEW is using? Because we spoke about that a few weeks ago, where we were like, yo, there are mad groups in AEW. Is it the same logic, though?
So
of where they group all these people together, and there's that one person that's gonna catapult. Because that was my issue with Team Taz shit. I was just like, okay, are we putting on Brian Cage? Okay, no. Are we putting on Ricky Starks? Because that really is the fucking star of the group. But okay, like, what are we like?
They're trying to get as much people on screen as possible.
Yes, but there's an issue with that.
But is it really beneficial? Like, if you're gonna give people as much TV time, shouldn't it be beneficial? That's kind of the focus.
No. I agree with you. But there's many ways to skin a cat. And honestly, if you let these group builds like the Four Horsemen, people have been in love with them forever.
The best group of all time.
Shout out to Andre.
Best group of all time.
Andre Martin said this.
Exactly.
They're trying to do it like how they do in New Japan. But
does that connect here?
And this is what I'm gonna say. Why groups work before there wasn't that many. You can have 4 or like maybe 4 the most. The New Japan has a lot of groups, but you forget most of the members.
Yeah.
Right, because like look at Bullet Club.
Yes,
the revolving door of fucking Bullet Club. It was like, who's this?
But someone said that they are like introducing the 3-man tag. They are. Oh yeah, this is the year that they introduced the 3-man tag.
But the thing.
So we're taking ROH's idea.
Listen though, you still don't make stars. Yeah. Bullet Club, like God, the reason why Tom is not the leader is because the white boy needs to be the leader of Bullet Club because New Japan, that's how their culture is over there, which is fine. That's their culture. Listen. Yeah. They're Japanese. They're not a mixed. They're not a mixed culture over there. Do your thing. I'm not gonna come into your house and talk about church, like Kanisha talks about. Like, I'm not gonna come into your house and you're a Muslim and tell you to be Christian.
Wait. Backtrack this because that's kind of bars. I'm gonna steal this. Repeat that last bar.
You can't. So I remember I was talking to Shorty about this. You can't get mad at New Japan for always making their leader a white boy when it comes to Bullet Club.
That's how they do church.
That's how because you cannot
get mad at someone do church
because
if you're Muslim and they practice Christianity.
But bars. But you have to understand here. If they do that shit, we're fucking America. You got everybody that comes to America that lives here. New Japan got like 2 black people probably living there in Japan. Let's just be honest. So that's why they make a white boy the lead. They can do what the fuck they want. That's their house.
That's actually okay.
Huh?
So I think that's not an excuse.
No, but the thing about it, they're not. But when they come to America, when New Japan America, they mix it up.
So basically, with your logic, right?
Because they always...
Wait. With that ideology, right? We can't get mad how WWE does wrestling or AEW or Impact no more.
No, yes, we can.
Elaborate.
Because this country's mixed. This country has different types of cultures. This country has everything.
Oh, until AEW fix that until they come correct with their diversity program, I'm always going to talk
about that. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about America. Let's talk about America real quick. Native Americans were here. The white folks came here. Took the land from the Native Americans. Native Americans didn't go nowhere. Then they brought slaves. Then you had every other country coming in here. So you can't. the thing about it, when people be like, oh, what's the big deal about that? No, the country is diverse. That's what it is. At the end of the day, our country as a whole has everything in here.
Compared to other countries.
To other countries.
But then it goes back to.
That doesn't make sense, though.
No, but then it goes back to how I always tell, whenever I have conversations about people that watch, because I'm up front. I'm not into the New Japan thing. But I always stress, like, how things do and they work there. The translation here doesn't connect
because
as well.
We are different. We have so many different types of people in this country. So, like, I spoke about this on the other podcast. Like, I understand people love female Japanese wrestlers. They get it in. But if you're going to come over here to America, you have to adjust so it can hit.
And that's what I said. How they present them it's not connecting with me.
But
at all.
Yes, and that's the problem. But when we talk, to go back to the original conversation, factions.
Yes.
Factions are great, but you can't have 20 of them. And then the thing about it, they only have a 2-hour show. And the thing is, what is it? AEW Elevation?
Dark.
And Dark is all about matches. It's not a lot of storytelling. It's a little bit done, because I've watched a couple of them. I only watched for JD Drake. I'm going to keep it above with you. Because I love the dude.
Yeah.
But
straight.
At the end of the day, you only got 2 hours. So you got 20 people. And I get it. You're trying to fit everybody else, give people TV time and shit like that. But not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to get TV time. And then the thing is, it doesn't hit. Like, MJF group is great, so you're gonna feud with another group, so you have 2 groups, so you're gonna do another. They gotta get, their creative has to get creative. If you're gonna do all these factions, get creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, you can't anticipate having MJF's group and Chris Jericho's group feuding and then not have something in the wind for one of them after the fact, because it's just like, what's going to happen?
Andre said that. My co-host said Dark is their flagship show. No, it's not. It's Dynamite. Like, that's where they make the most money. That YouTube revenue is nothing to that network revenue. What was I seeing?
But that's also the issue.
We diverse when they're just black.
That's a lot.
They said New Japan did a 6-man title 1 month before Ring of Honor. That's funny.
Oh, speaking of Ring of Honor, those that do watch it here and there, this weekend, this Saturday, is their 19th anniversary show. So ROH's 19th anniversary show is this weekend. It's on Fight App. The first hour, I'll let you talk. The first hour is completely free on all streaming platforms.
What?
ROH is, this is why you're not listening.
The first hour is free.
The first hour, 8 to 9 p.m. is free on I believe on YouTube and on Fight App. And then after that, you're going to have to pay for that. But they have every title on the line. I think it's super dope where they have... and I bash the shit out of this nigga. But you got Jay Lethal going against Roosh for the world title. And then you have... what other matches? The one match I really think I'm going to pay for and it's going to be EC3 versus...
Briscoe.
One of the Briscoes. Because I forget their first names. I'm like, oh, the Briscoe brothers.
It's Briscoe.
But, no, it's 2 of them. And
no,
they're both on the card. So I'm like, fuck.
Briscoe.
But the build-up for their match has been phenomenal. Great. So those that have been looking for something new and different, tune into ROH's this weekend.
Is this weekend?
Yeah, for their 19th anniversary
show.
So
somebody said wrestling in America is entertainment. Wrestling in Japan is art. So... I'm going to push back on that.
Until Vince maintain monopoly.
No, but I'm going to push back on that.
Isn't everything art?
No, but the thing about it's always been entertainment.
It's just,
yes. Because think about it. It's
a
good point. But where did wrestling start? In a circus. What do you go to the circus for?
Entertainment.
Exactly. Wrestling,
but it's just like it's just more of a personal preference. It's like, are you entertained? Like,
yeah, but the thing about it's still a form of entertainment.
It's like if you go to the Big Apple Circus versus Ringling Brothers, like
but it's still entertainment.
Correct.
It's still at the end of the day, it's still entertainment. Wrestling is more of an art, but it's more. I would take away it's art, but it's also sports. Like D'Lo said, it's a sport.
Yeah.
Over there,
it's a physical.
I remember aspect. When you remember the boy you went to high school with? He's at Hog now.
Yes.
So he was in Japan.
Yes.
He spent time in Japan, and I remember I spoke to him about, I was like, how was your experience out there? Mind you, he's super green. He ain't nobody.
He's super nice though.
They were treating him like he was LeBron in his rookie season. Like he did one match. Fans came up and gave him little toys like, yo, here, thank you. It, like D-Lo said, it's the third most watched sport in Japan.
Yeah, when he said that, I didn't know that. I was like, when D-Lo said it, it clicked to me. I said, that makes sense. Yeah. Because they hire in a higher regard than any other sport.
But then again, it always goes back to Vince. Because Vince, not to pay taxes, he said that, yo, this is not real sports. But then again, because of Vince, he saved the business.
That's a business move.
It's a business move.
I'm not mad
about that.
But
at the end of the day, it started off in the circus.
But, okay. I think that we try to make sense to something that makes no sense.
It doesn't, but that's why we have a podcast. It's opinions.
Just talk shit.
We'll talk these opinions out.
Just talk shit.
Put these opinions out.
So let's move on.
Asuka is Michael Jackson in Japan.
She is.
No. You don't get how, like, I understand. I truly understand why fans get mad sometimes when they see, like, stars come from Japan and come to America and they're like, what the fuck is going on? Because my boy Fidel, you know my boy Fidel.
Yeah, the doctor.
He went to Japan, and he went to do Japan shows, whatever. This is before the pandemic. This is like, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is like 3 or 4 years removed at this point from a couple of years removed.
Still love that man,
bro. His merchandise was still the hottest thing out. AJ Styles merchandise was still the hottest thing out.
Yeah, AJ's always gonna be hot in Japan.
Do they get revenue from that still?
They still getting paid.
Yeah,
that's why, like, Kenny's still popping over there. Like, these guys come here to chill. They are chilling. Like, they chilling over here. You think anything about complaining? No. Like, I don't have to take these hard hits.
That's why AJ has said, he was just like, yo, I'm going to end my career here, and that's going to be that. Because he know he going to get checks from Japan anyway.
So. But you like, Japan pays decent. You get the love, it's like, you're like an independent artist that is not making crazy buco money, but you're making a great living. You get a lot of respect.
So this is why, when it comes to, like, Vince have to acknowledge New Japan.
He does.
He has to, basically saying that.
He does low key. But when you come over here, listen, I'm getting a what? You signing me for 3 years for $2 million?
True.
I'm making a quarter of that? Yeah. And what?
And I got to be with my family.
And I get to see my family?
Yeah.
And when Shinsuke is like, y'all get to surf.
But he said that's not true,
though.
Like, he want to be used, though.
Of course, everybody. The thing, at the end of the day,
everybody
you want to be used.
Yeah.
But
and respectfully.
But you still want a job. You still want guaranteed money.
So why do people, like, someone said this, right? You said this. Someone you posted this. We get mad for them trying to want, like, a better life for themselves.
People don't like people doing well.
Period.
Like, it makes no sense. Like when you post that in a group, I was like, it makes sense because you get hyped for your man to get another job. Like, let's say you work for Apple, you went to Samsung. Yo, go ahead, man. Get your coins, my nigga. You hype him up. But if a wrestler that you like, go to AEW. When Big Show, like, when Big Show went to AEW, it's a suicide move. Da-da-da-da-da. I don't know why you did this for, but my AEW is a death trap. But then I looked at it as, like, he's getting used better and there's more exposure.
I will say, though, he's weird on commentary, though.
I haven't listened to it yet.
And honestly, like, if you listen to, like, if you listen to the whole Jericho podcast, did you hear it yet? Mm-hmm. He talked about, yo, they trying to get mad money out of him because he want to do a Big Show burger. And his goal was to make it. He had a famous chef to do it with him, right? And he was going to go around during WrestleMania and serve it to the customers. The Big Show burger makes sense. PR, Big Show making a burger, that's money. They was asking for 7 figures for that deal, and they wanted revenue from that too. He was like, yo, I feel disrespected because I did everything. I made niggas so much money, and this is what you did to me?
Oh, well, the thing is, listen.
But if you're going to sell it around wrestling, like, that's like, if you're going to put my name on
it. It's 50-50 on this one. It's a little 50-50.
I agree
Say your
with
point,
that.
Say your point.
So my thing is, though, is that that's just like us. That's just like, let's say we was We was rolling in dough, and somebody wanted to present an idea, but they wanted to kind of use our likeness in order to sell whatever they wanted to push out. So what Big Show has to understand, what Paul White has to understand, is that WWE has a percentage of his likeness. Like, you wouldn't know. I mean, of course you know the Giant if you watch WCW, but you wouldn't know Big Show unless he was where? WWE. So for them to ask for a piece of revenue, I don't think that's too far-fetched. I think that, to me, that's business. Because you're using someone's likeness. That's like if somebody was like, Sir Wilkins, can you host this thing for me? And you were just like, okay, I'll do it. And not in your mind think about, well, how do I benefit from it financially? If you're going to use me as for my likeness.
I'm going to say this. Boom. The Big Show burger was a healthy burger. It was like one of those veggie burgers, like one of those Beyond Meat burgers.
No, it's.
But just answer that though is, my nigga, I made you mad bread. What's up? Just like they don't treat them like athletes, but they're sports entertainers. If Chris Paul want to do a commercial, they don't be like, oh, you can't do his commercial. My nigga, do you? And if Big Show want to use the name, like, yo, give him a fair price, because I made you so much more money. And it looks good because I'm going to basically it's still like I'm advertising your business on my back. Big Show is WWE. So you see in Big Show in the stores, oh, shoot, that Big Show burger, they have about WWE right in a minute. Yeah, man, blah, 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 blah. You got returning fans. Yo, I understand what you're saying. Business is business. But at the end of the day, though, son, if this man made you a lot of bread,
but
like
they
The
gave
Rock,
him the opportunity to make mad bread.
But I'm just saying that you be fair. The revenue split for wrestlers in WWE from the wrestlers and the company made is terrible. The NBA is 50-50. I think NFL is like 47 to 50 something. Come on, why is the wrestlers not making as much money?
Because they're not unionized.
So there's a couple of things to that.
That's why both of those sports you just mentioned,
you get unionized. What you negotiate. I don't know if he negotiated the thing. You are right. He's been with the company for mad long, so he should get some more leeway on that.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you're serving it during WrestleMania, nigga, you gotta give me a cut.
Yeah, right. Like,
no, but it was just.
But I get what you're saying. You wanted the cut. The cut wasn't good.
Yeah, it was too big.
But
like,
he has to negotiate better, and he has to get a lawyer. Like, a lot of times these guys don't. They negotiate one-on-one, where like you can't. You're a wrestler. You don't got you don't got that know-how of negotiating these contracts.
Kirk did say that too. He said that yo, I could make a lot more money in wrestling, but he wasn't the business savvy.
But that's the problem.
That's the part.
But one of the things that nobody's talking about right now, how Charlotte is with Gary V's management team. That's important. A lot of these wrestlers, they take care of everything on themselves. So we talk about how you want to get involved in handling these contracts.
So basically, it goes back to what I have to say. The music and wrestling go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand, but you're more likely to get a manager in music than in wrestling. And I did speak about it because you talk about the splits. So you would need it would be hard to manage a wrestler,
of course,
because they don't get paid that crazy.
Of course.
So you're handling an indie guy. You taking 10% of $25 in a handshake?
And a hot dog?
That is true.
Maybe a hot dog.
Half a hot dog.
Half a hot dog.
That is true.
So you have to do it out of love, and then you got to be in a contract situation where you blow, we continue working together. Because let's think about a guy like Christian Casanova.
Yeah.
He's on NXT now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he was on last night.
He was. He's on NXT right now, right? NXT comes to him. Hey, I want to sign you. From what I heard, I don't know if it's a situation, but, the streets be talking. Sometimes they talk to me. Most time they talk to Janelle. They told me, I think we were the person that told us the same thing. He had ROH and other companies on his tail.
Knocking on the door.
Knocking on his door. So when the first contract came, he said, "Nah, I don't want this. I got A and I got B talking to me right now. So you're gonna pay me more? And what are you gonna put in this contract?" But that's where the management comes in. Good management. Now you have somebody helping him out throughout his career. He gets to that point when that money comes in. Okay, let me get a little bit of more now.
And how do I get more?
How do you get more? Because let's look at another situation. The Young Bucks. Let's talk about them. Triple H comes to them. They're the hottest some of the hottest independent wrestlers at the time. You know, you can feel what you want to feel about them, but they on fire. On fire. Trips calls them up. Yo, what up? You trying to come over here to WWE? I know New Japan ain't paying you right. I know the contract is up.
That's Trips, though.
So come over here. Young Bucks go, I don't know about this right now. You know, I got a little... things are good over here. Things are good over here.
Out here sound like you talking to Young Money.
I'm the same. That's how the conversation went. Right. Things are good over here. You know, I'll talk. You know what?
Like he baby.
Mr. H, I'm a pass on this. Negotiations. But hold on. Negotiation deals. They pass up on it real quick.
You're right.
But Trips wants them.
Right.
Because they hot.
Trips was going to give them half creative.
The contract changes the second time around.
Yeah, you're right.
Gave them creative control.
Creative control.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you could leave in a year.
Yeah. Hold on, but he didn't even put that on the second time.
No.
The third time they had the AEW show that they put on. No,
it was the All Out. It was
All Out.
Out in Chicago.
Out in Chicago. Tripp sees that. Vince sees. They think Vince don't know about what's going on in the streets.
That's the shit that pisses me off. Is people really be saying here forever people will sit here and be like, Vince is not hip to the game. Vince is too old. Vince don't know. Vince knows. Every single thing.
The thing about it is like, you're right. Someone said in the chat, shout out to Kiki, take care of your legends.
But hold on. I'm not done because I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. Go ahead.
I'm going to say take care of your legends. You're right. But, my nigga, this is not the first time you've been in front of Vince. You've been around the game way too long. I'm talking about all of y'all. Yo, you see how Brock handled himself when his contract came?
Say that. No, hold on. Say that again.
Brock came the first time. He understand like, oh, she went through all this hell for his contract. He said, you know what? He got hot, did what he did, whatever, and he was in sports, UFC. Yo, I know Paul Heyman was talking to him, get an agent. So when he came back, he got an agent. Yo, to all these legends he keep on reading up, all these wrestlers keep on reading up with WWE. Yo, this is not your first contract. Your second one, get an agent.
But that's the thing. So we talk about Mick Foley. Mick Foley didn't have health insurance. And that is fucked up. Yeah. Completely fucked up. But a lot of times these guys don't negotiate their contracts the right way. Because Brock is just like, yo. Because Brock, you know what it is? Brock said Mr. Perfect told him, get whatever you can get from the biz and get out. Yeah. So Brock did what was it? 2 years he was there, like on his.
Yeah, what was it?
2 years, 3 years.
Three years, and he was over it, and he left. Yeah. But he's hot. Yeah. He's hot. He comes back. I'm working 3 times a year. Yeah. 3 times a year. I'm getting the title.
If that. Yeah.
And I'm getting the title. But I go back to the Bucks. They get even hotter. All Out comes in. Tripp is blowing up their phone like they are bad bitches. Mm-hmm.
All the bad bitches to the front.
They're blowing up his phone. They're blowing up their phone. And then he threw the fucking kitchen sink. He said, oh, you got behind the elite? We can put that on the network. Yeah. We'll give you even more money. Yeah. It was the most money they ever heard on a contract in their life. Yeah. But it was negotiated. They didn't even know they negotiated a brand new contract. Yeah. But that's what it is.
See, but it goes back to I forgot which interview the Big Show did when he talked about what Vince, the conversation he had with Vince. Because once again, everyone wants to paint Vince McMahon as a bad guy. And basically, he said it himself. He said, Vince always tells everybody, whatever is presented to you here, and if something else comes, make sure you get more than what was originally said to you. He low-key teaches people how to negotiate without teaching them.
You know what, shout out to Kiki, she said, some of them are not wise. Not calling them dumb, but not business smart.
They're not business savvy.
But the thing about it, it's okay. It's okay not to know the business. But the thing about it, get somebody else. Pieces. But it could be your wife. It could be your people that are smart enough. Because I'm going to tell you about this right now. The Bennetts, shorty was pregnant. Got a whole ass contract. And they had to give them the check.
Still getting a check. And then was still low-key, was still getting paid from the check. Even when Mike ended up going to rehab. They put him in rehab.
And they still
WWE spent the money to put him in rehab and still was giving her a check.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the perfect conversation that we're having right now where we're all saying the same thing. Is like, yo, get somebody that can handle your business for you.
Yeah, because
that will put you in
wife.
position. That will put you in position to
Owen's
win.
Wife. Yeah, you're
exactly, because a lot of these people don't have that.
Because it's more of it's unfortunate because certain parts of business is more of like you learn on the go, and sometimes it could be too late. Like you be like, shit, I should have went back and said X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But that's just life. That's just the way that things happen.
But you're also scared.
But yeah, because you don't want. I mean, even like regular day, when you go for an interview for a job, and to me, the scariest thing that they ask you is what's your salary requirements. So now, in a sense, you got to mentally prepare yourself to put a value on what you can bring to the table.
I always say negotiable. What we talking about, Ma?
I give a range. I'll be like, this is this and this, but it's negotiable.
Nah, it's negotiable. I always say it's negotiable. What we talking about? Oh, you want to do 50?
But
I need 70.
But when you talk, like, I feel like money is definitely top 3 most awkward conversations to have.
Uncomfortable.
With anyone. And it's just the way that things work.
So I just think that lesson of the day is get someone who's smarter than you. Because honestly, I'll be real. Like, there's certain stuff that, like, this might sound. Listen, fellas, I'm talking to y'all especially, man. Get a woman and a crew that's able to give you knowledge and let you know that you're wrong and don't care how you feel. And I just think that certain men might feel that, oh, I can't have a woman doing this because a man should do this. You understand? And I just wish that people just see this as a business and see it as a business. Honestly, you love this, but at the end of the day, this is a business.
But but that's how she said it. Kiki said it in the comments, but it's also that's just how it is. Like,
and people just want to fulfill their dreams.
We want to fulfill your dreams.
You focus on this way.
Yeah.
Where you need to be focused this way.
But then nobody tells people.
Correct.
All the time about how the business works.
And that's just life. Like, I told somebody that the other day. I said, listen, if somebody would have told me how adulting was, then I'd have been like, these are some teachable moments. You should have told me then.
But then
instead of me learning now.
But then again, though, just like this old like Chinese proverb, I heard this Asian dude tell me in passing. He said that the second best time to plant a tree is 20. No. The first best time to always plant a tree was 20 years ago, whatever. What's the second best time to plant a tree? Right now. What you didn't know then doesn't matter. It's all about what you know right now.
What you know now, yeah.
So Big Show with that knowledge, him when he nods, Christian, all of them with contract and stuff like that, he understands that, all right, I can pass on the knowledge to AEW. This is why I feel it's important to have people from many different walks of wrestling be in many different companies. Because that's how you explain the business for the better. So seeing Christian chilling, Christian K chilling with the young Thundercats, and then you see him talking knowledge, then he sees somebody around his age like, oh, okay, I remember them back in Impact and TNA, throwback. You understand? So what you don't know before, I can't fault you on that. But what you know right now, I can fault you because there's too much ways to get knowledge.
But it's not only that, I fault you for not. I think sometimes, especially on the indie scene, people don't always hold their value to the highest.
They're in survival mode.
And at times, and this is something I actually told Faye, last time I seen her, I said, you taught me a valuable lesson. I said, you taught me to always appreciate my own value.
Yes.
And it was something where, and she probably definitely doesn't know or realize that she taught me that lesson. But I thank you so much, Faye Jackson, for that lesson, because in this business, at times you're just like, you just want to do to get yourself out there. You want to get your name out there. You're worried about being creative. You're worried about this and that. And you forget to understand and know your value and what you bring to the table.
But it's hard because...
No, it is hard. It's super hard.
It's like my brother said. Ness said that how... Ness say how you are struggling indie, like indie wrestler. Darby Allin, prime example. Nigga was sleeping in his car, B. He's in survival mode. I've been on survival mode for years. So your thinking, your rationale, you're kind of like an animal out there, B. Like, yo, I ain't trusting nobody. Because someone burned me, I don't know how to think. Because you burned me, you do something similar to that, the next person might burn me too. So all I have is myself. So that first contract in any field, you're going to get burned. It happens. Sometimes you're going to get burned sometimes because you just want to get out the struggle. You tired of eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yo, you want to get served.
Mikey loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Ridiculous.
I understand why.
I
I understand why.
That's my late night snack.
Yo, I love peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but if you
Hilarious.
fancy, you put banana. But if you extra fancy, put a little honey on it, B. But nevertheless, though, a lot of
Weird
these
combo.
indie wrestlers are from the Hunger Games. So they're going to get burned. But after you got the Hunger Games, B, you started living. Now, if you get another contract, you get burned the second time, shame on you, dog.
But I think so. It's difficult because you get a contract, but you got to figure out a way for it not to completely fuck you over. Because the thing
both
is,
sides get screwed over.
because no, your side, because anytime you with a company, the company's getting over on you because it's for the benefit of the company.
Right.
That's just how it is.
You gotta give a little to get a little.
But you kind of gotta
Shout out to
like
minimum wage.
you kind of gotta like
in New York.
you kind of gotta like ease it so it won't hurt as much.
Like sex.
Wow. And on that note, we're gonna go into yo. You've been on one the last 24 hours. It's hilarious. So we're gonna move on to actually. We're at the part where
Paul Heyman. So Kiki, shout out to Kiki Fon. So
shit.
Paul Heyman was paying his superstars in cheeseburgers and hot dogs. And still know how that happened. That is true though. Like he was not paying his performers for months.
He didn't have the money.
Yeah.
And
Paulie been through that struggle too, where he was going to shows and just being a photographer.
imagine you have a whole family, and then WCW called you to give you a contract.
And that's why I never got mad. Like, people were in an uproar. And hindsight, I get it, but people were in an uproar when Kevin Nash did what he did. But he changed the business. And it was just for...
Guaranteed contracts.
Right. And you had to understand, like,
No,
listen,
it wasn't him. It was... No. Oh, yeah, it's Kevin Nash.
it was him.
WWE
It was
was the
him,
first guy yeah.
and
No, it was Scott.
It was the both of them. So it was basically...
No, Scott went. So what happened was, you know it, but Scott went over, and then he's like, I'm about to go. I'm about to leave. And then he told Kevin, he was like, yo, you champ. You can get even more money, B.
Let's get it. Let's get this,
He's like, yo,
dollar.
For real?
I bet you he was like, yo, they gave me $100K guaranteed.
Come over here.
Come over here.
He hit him with the Death Row Records.
I bet you they were buff. I think
Both
they were
fucking drunk and high
No,
as
they
fuck,
were
probably.
in the shower, booty ass naked. And they
wild.
had this conversation.
Yeah,
That's
like,
wild.
yo, dogs. Yo, 100K, my nigga.
100K, my nigga.
That's
You better not say
wild.
nigga.
Hey,
No,
100K, my
that's what I'm
dude.
saying.
100K,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
And
bro.
then, as Kevin Nash is scrubbing his naked body with the son's all, word?
Word.
He's like, yo, you
Yeah.
champ.
And after that, he got to set off like this. All right, my
What,
nigga, you right.
washing
You right.
themselves with Irish fucking Spring. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo,
Poor niggas
did you
bar
ever
soap.
see Hogan's contract?
No.
Disgusting.
Oh my
It's disgusting.
God. Yo.
As much as I don't really care for Hogan, business
Oh,
wise,
he's smart. He's intelligent.
No.
shit.
It was, I don't even remember what it is. I got a post. I found it online. I read it. It was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stupid. Like, so it was some weird shit where he got a percentage of the gate
Yep.
of every pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
So even if he wasn't wrestling on that pay-per-view, he got a
He was
percentage
getting
of
checked.
the gate.
He
Of
was
the
getting
gate.
checked.
Now, if somebody comes in, like let's say you come in,
Oh, yeah.
and then you make more than him, he has to get a raise.
He has to get more. Oh shit! Who got signed? Oh fuck! I don't remember who got signed and that happened to them. Honestly, I think it was Big Show. I think he got signed, and they wanted to put him with the Legion of not Legion of Doom. They wanted to put him with that group he was with first. Shit, I forgot the name of it. But I think that happened to Big Show, where he came in, he got signed. The money that he got, he ended up finding out Hogan ended up getting, like Hogan was getting more than him because they signed him.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
like it was always the one up with him. So that's why
Favorite
like
nations.
wait,
Or
what?
is it favorite nation or Dungeons of Doom, guys?
Dungeons of Doom.
Dungeons of Doom. Yeah.
Oh,
what it is.
Hogan had a percentage of merch.
Yeah.
People merch.
How you, bro? You sell a T-shirt. That's your name. I get a percentage of it,
I get a percentage of it. Yeah.
bro. Yo,
It was the fucker like 96, 97, 98 was the fuckery. Cuz he was definitely getting money
son,
from all
shit is
different. He
wild
was getting
to
money
me.
from every different avenue possible within
Yo,
that
it's
company.
like
No wonder why they went bankrupt.
No, they went back.
Well,
because,
they went
back
bankrupt
because of Thunder.
They went
Shanties
bankrupt
were arguing with me about this, but I was bored one day, so I started doing some WCW research.
Oh, online, right? On the
Yeah.
videos of the guy? Yeah.
No,
Thunder.
it was that, and I started reading about it. Like, I don't know why I couldn't sleep one night.
Yeah.
I was at Kanisha's house.
Yeah.
And I could not sleep because I took a pre-workout.
Yeah.
Like 4 hours before.
Oh, good
Yeah.
luck with that.
So I was fucked up. I was like under bed like this.
Oh.
So I started researching WCW,
Mm-hmm.
and low-key Thunder was what caused them to go bankrupt.
Because of the amount of money they poured into Thunder.
Because
It's
TNT
wild.
wasn't giving them money to produce Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, son.
It was crazy times. But all right, let's talk about let's
Hold on, wait. This is bad funny. This goes back to the Hogan thing. I know we're gonna move on. Jericho has a story where his wife bought a Jericho T-shirt and the receipt said Hogan.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
That's hilarious. So yeah, let's go into this week in wrestling. We have 2 new announcements for the induction. Actually, no, 3 of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2021. So far we spoke about Molly Holly going in. She was the first inductee. The second one, which is well deserved. I don't care what anyone says. Eric Bischoff is going in this year. RVD is going into the Hall of Fame this year, which I was surprised, but I was just like, oh, okay, I can fuck with that. And then last but not least, if you have not watched, I don't know, I get mad emotional with Hall of Fame shit, but on the bump, they had the Undertaker tell Kane that he was being inducted in this year's Hall of Fame.
So you're gonna forget the greatest Indian wrestler of all time?
Oh Lord, and I guess Great Khali.
He's the greatest one.
Yo, so let me tell you. So Mikey texted me. He's like, he said, the Greek Khali's going into the Hall of Fame. I said, yeah, they did it for India. So that's the only reason why.
Yes. Why are we?
It was
Hold on. Let's rewind.
wasn't even
Mikey, you mad disrespectful.
But did you watch NXT in India?
A little bit of it. It's listen. Things are not always gonna. We talked about this.
It's not gonna always
It's not
translate.
gonna translate over here. Some things are not for you.
It's not.
I don't know why NXT UK translate with me.
Yo,
I love
Yeah,
that.
I
shit.
love that shit.
It does.
Maybe,
that shit.
maybe because they low-key be fucking each other up.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
like
I think
NXT
so.
UK.
That's what pisses me off with NXT UK is that it's 3:00 on Thursdays.
I watched it. I watched
Are you
it
fucking
on
kidding me?
demand. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
right
so I
now.
have to
anywhere.
always know.
But
I have to always
sometimes,
watch it.
Baby girl, it's not all about the live.
Mad
It's all about
random.
having like the watch time.
No. Sometimes, and especially now because they have, we're going to talk about Walter being on NXT this week. Sometimes it is important. That's not important, but sometimes it's just in terms of continuity, it's better to watch it when it's on because I was like, oh shit, they got Walter. Okay, great. But then on the UK, they got Walter. Okay, great. He got a title defense there and a title defense here. It's like, what the fuck? So for it to make sense, sometimes it's just better to watch it in order. That's why if I miss something, I'm just like, fuck it, I miss it. Because after that, if I go back, it's not going to make sense
But
to me.
we can't disrespect the Punjabi.
But
the Punjabi
also
MC, baby.
being inducted into the WWE
Great
Hall of
Khali.
Fame this year, class 2021.
He does
the
deserve
Great
it though.
Khali.
Huh?
He does deserve it.
They
though.
just did it because they did it for
He
India.
deserve it.
No, you gotta understand.
He
Like,
deserve it.
I mean, but I fucks with that. Low key, I fucked with the first Punjabi prison match shit.
Me too.
Fire.
That shit was hot.
but you also, but you gotta understand. Like, he, like, bridged.
And he opened the door.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's the Yao Ming of WWE.
Back. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
So
The
I'm
Great
not gonna
Khali
take that away from
Is
him.
the Yao Ming of WWE.
And I understand
Because
this.
I'm always for someone being able to bridge that gap.
Because you can. All right, fine. It's understandable. His in-ring skills wasn't great.
No.
Wasn't great on the mic. There was
No.
nothing really great about him. But
No.
his impact
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
it's
phenomenal.
greater than yes.
it's greater than a lot of people American wrestlers' impact.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna go through it. Rob Van Dam,
Well deserved.
if he ain't smoked that much weed,
Nigga still probably with the company.
bro, he was destined to be a megastar.
No, it wasn't the smoking weed part because, like I said before, JR said that with the drug policy,
It was drugs.
if you smoke, if it's weed, you just pay a fine.
No, I'm not talking about
But-
it's.
what he had in the car.
Yeah, it wasn't the arrest I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's the arrest.
And he
was with the Iron Sheik, right?
No, he was with come on, B. He was with his best friend, Sabu.
I would fucking.
Oh yeah. That's what I meant.
I
Sabu.
would fucking kill to smoke with Iron Sheik though.
That's what I meant. My bad. I was mad racist of me. I put Iron Sheik and Sabu the same thing. My bad. But yeah, RVD deserves it.
We don't
Kane. Now, people keep asking, why did Kane go in before the Undertaker? Undertaker just retired.
Undertaker does not want to go. Undertaker will go in when he fucking wants to go in.
But he just retired though.
Yeah.
It's like the NBA. You don't go into the Hall of Fame the next year.
Like 2 years.
Unless you.
Who?
Never mind.
Nobody.
That's true. Okay.
Nobody went to the Hall of Fame like the next year they got out.
Not even Kobe.
Not even Kobe.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
No.
I know they did that for him.
No, Kobe was a while. It feels like a short time because it's Kobe.
Yeah.
And then like he had such a long career.
Yeah.
Nobody goes the year after they get out. Yeah. That's how all sports are. So I don't expect Undertaker to go in.
No, it depends because unfortunately when you plus death into the situation,
and besides,
sometimes
they said that Kiki said that
because the year
in Texas.
So they may do it in Dallas next year, which would make sense. Year Eddie passed, they put him in the Hall of Fame the following year. The year Paul Bear died, they put him in the Hall of Fame that year.
He died.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
No, I'm talking about a lot. People are alive.
Okay, I just want you to clarify.
That doesn't make. You talk about alive people. Talk about Eddie Guerrero.
But you just said people, though.
Who died.
I just needed you to specify.
Paul Bearer, who was low-key part-time, who died.
Yo, he was part-time.
He was.
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense. A part-timer going in the year right then and there.
But, I mean, I don't know. But Kane going in, it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense because Kane legitimately had one of the greatest
careers.
No. Debuts of all time.
Nigga with
he ripped off the cage.
No. But I even hit you with one better. My nigga was able to do two different debuts and still pop. Like he was the previous Britt Baker.
Oh shoot, yeah, he was
with Dr. Isaac Yankem.
Yeah,
and then that gimmick didn't work. And then literally, of course not. And then literally got a call, had to drive 3 hours to then debut. No, I saw the Untold. I highly recommend. Well, not on the WWE Network, unless they haven't cut off your WWE Network.
Oh shoot,
he
did 3 times. He was fake Nash.
I don't count that. I ain't count.
Well, wasn't he?
He ain't a real person.
Yeah.
No, that was just more of a fill-in. That don't count. But if you still have access to the WWE Network, and they haven't cut you off yet because they cut me off today, then you can watch the Untold that has to be Kane. And it specifically talks about his debut when he ripped off the door of the cage at the Hell in a Cell.
Bro,
I think it's with Bad Blood.
He kept Undertaker's career going. And I understand Undertaker is the phenom. I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
But he helped keep his career going.
Like he was still.
He refreshed the career. Like, bro, I really thought they were brothers.
Facts. That is the biggest okie doke. One of the biggest okie
dokes. Whoa. They still brothers.
They're not.
They're still brothers. Kayfabe is still alive in my head.
Okay, all right.
They're not Edge and Christian. They lied.
So you want
Edge and Christian?
No.
I heard about that one too.
That was another big okie doke in wrestling. The fuck?
That was
because they both were from Canada. They both had childhood pictures together, like high school and shit. So it made it believable. Like I was like, shit.
Just like Zack Ryder and Kirk Hawkins, I thought that they was brothers, B.
No,
I really thought the Dudleys were brothers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, me
I thought they were brothers. I thought they were stepbrothers. They worked something out.
I just thought like they both had the same daddy, and the daddy was black. Like that's what I thought.
Yeah, I was okay with that.
And I was right. I was cool with it.
But it didn't work out.
But it didn't work out. That was
after when Spike came, I was like, oh, it makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, he's on.
He's the adopted brother or something of that nature.
He's on Bubba's side.
It's funny how we kept trying to make it make sense.
Yeah, absolutely, all the time.
We legit kept trying to make sense.
But I always say to this day, the best build-up for me to a WrestleMania match, one of them is Kane versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 14. That to me was what kind of jump-started the refreshing of Undertaker's whole career.
When are we going to really really admit that the real WrestleMania king is Shawn Michaels? When are we all going to admit that?
I'm not on that.
When are we all going to admit
that?
Okay.
I'm not on that time.
Here comes the question. We're going to ask the fans, too. Whoever's watching. Who is
Mr. WrestleMania?
Mr. WrestleMania? No, matter of fact, who WrestleMania career could go toe-to-toe with HBK?
Oh, we're doing the verses then.
F it.
So we're doing the verses.
F it.
So,
Okay.
but the thing is, if you look at the resume, B. Look at Shawn Michaels' resume at WrestleMania. Look at the resume.
I think the only person I could think like top dome that I could think about that could probably go if they had to go head to head would probably be John Cena.
Okay.
John Cena would be the only person that popped in my head that's been in probably as equally as many WrestleManias as Shawn Michaels has been.
But
You know what? I'm gonna do it on the group page. We're gonna do a WrestleMania bracket.
Okay.
Let's get we'll do 8 or 10.
No, let's do 8.
We'll do 8. We'll do 8. Please.
We'll do 8.
Fill it out. We'll fill out a bracket as all three of us.
You know what? Oh, match is over. Never mind.
No, but yeah, we'll do a bracket. We'll figure out 8 people who had resume level type WrestleMania.
But I definitely, if we to right now,
no,
John Cena would be it for me.
No, John Cena. It's for on my list. John, Undertaker, Shawn,
Taker, of course.
The Rock, Stone Cold. Stone Cold. What's funny? Stone Cold's not that high.
Yeah, no, because he's only been in a few.
Stone Cold's not that high. That's the funny thing about it.
Not allowed WrestleMania. You right. It's not like Mr. WrestleMania.
Triple H.
Trips.
Trips make sure he's the WrestleMania.
Trips is always
Trips
present.
Triple H.
Okay.
Make sure he's
Okay. Which Trips era? Because there is
but all
Trips as a Trips as a wrestler.
It's career
and Trips as an employee.
No, it's career.
No, career-wise.
Career.
Yeah,
Career-wise.
Career.
Got for Hogan.
And you know what? Boy, damn.
I mean,
Okay,
you're right.
fine. But you know what?
I don't know why.
And more recent, and oh my God, it burns a hole in me to say it. Probably Roman.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Brock Lesnar.
And Brock.
Money.
Brock.
Brock to me is definitely more on the SummerSlam vibe.
You talk about that.
He's a
but
summertime
Brock
wrestler.
to me, if I had to pick that's why I wouldn't pick Brock for like when I think of I forget sometimes unless he's defending the title. And the last time he defended the title, he lost against fucking Seth in 2.5 seconds, and it was the first match.
Ooh, you could put Seth on there. Ooh, you could put Seth.
No, so my thing is with Seth has more moments than actual
But that's still imprint WrestleMania,
not
though.
So it's
because it's the curve stomp. It's him cashing. Okay, I would put Seth.
You gotta put Seth.
Seth cashing in got me. Okay.
It's Seth.
Seth cashing in is what does me over. Okay,
It's Seth,
fine.
and then also the last one would be you could argue Randy.
Okay, no, I was gonna say Randall.
You can argue
only
Randy.
because
Randy's
only
missing Survivor Series, though.
yes,
but it's part of his career.
Randall and that lead up to that fucking match with him and Undertaker at WrestleMania, and he was the Legend Killer. You cannot deny that. That shit was gold. Like that nigga was every week on Raw fucking up legends, and everybody was like, "Why is he doing this? What's going on?" And then when Taker came out, it was like,
So we said,
We
hold on,
out?
let's go through the list.
So you triggered the fuck out all of us say HBK because I'm sitting here and I wanted to talk about HBK too because what he did on NXT, fucking brilliant. Like I literally
Keep it simple, stupid.
I said, "Oh my God."
That's all he did.
That
You run
was
a ladder,
so
you shrug your
dope.
shoulders, and that's it.
I was so mad at how so dope it was. I was just like, damn.
Someone said Jericho.
No.
No. It's Jericho.
No.
Hold on. Wait. The problem with Jericho, it's a good name to bring up. But he teetered between mid-card, main event. Mid-card, main event.
Did, yeah.
Everybody that we're talking about, for the most part, was in that main event scene throughout most of their WrestleMania career.
And to be honest, the only time I could really put Jericho being on that tier was when he ended up winning the titles.
All right,
he
fine.
unified
So
them.
listen.
So we got HBK, Randy, Undertaker.
Can we collectively say
Cena.
this? Hogan's not on his list. He doesn't exist. We're gonna Chris Benoit him, please.
But I actually like
Blah,
Chris
blah,
Benoit.
But now I'm gonna put Hogan on the list.
All right, cool.
No, Hogan, you're not.
Who's that?
I have five. I have HBK, Randy, Undertaker, Cena, The Rock, Triple H.
Roman.
Triple H, Roman.
That fucking
Seth.
burned me. Oof.
Oh my gosh, who else?
I feel like
That's it.
That's it, really.
So
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 8. That's the
Because
bracket.
and what's crazy is most of them has faced each other at WrestleMania.
What do you say, Edge?
Edge career was too short. Edge
At this point, Edge is Royal Rumble.
because if you look at it, look at all these people that I just mentioned: HBK, Randy, Undertaker, Cena, The Rock, Triple H. You could kind of put Edge, but Roman and Seth are still fucking going hard.
Literally, I would say every Mania outside of my first one. So was that New Orleans, Orlando, and what's the other? And Dallas. Roman was part of the main event. So that's why I was like, damn, I gotta put Roman on the list.
You gotta put
I was
Roman.
tight. Because he made event at Dallas with him and Triple H. And that build up was dope too. And then Orlando was him and Taker. And then New Orleans was that was trash, but it was low key. Roman and Brock.
But let's go back to what we said on a future episode of the Job Materials podcast. No, a past episode, because this is dropping after D-Lo. So, like we said on the D-Lo show, the Shield is one of the greatest factions of all time.
Yes. Hands
Top
down.
5.
Like 2 other Shield members are in this list of potentially being Mr. WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You can, I don't like Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. John Moxley, a.k.a. Chris Bosh. Yeah, I know I don't fuck with him.
God.
But his career is solidified in pro wrestling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And he was part of the Shield.
Yeah.
But John Moxley, to me, he's not for everybody.
He isn't. He's not for
isn't.
me. But
I
the
like
thing
him,
about
that's
it,
why.
I like Dean
I
Ambrose.
respect him because another motherfucker went to get his bag. Knew his worth, didn't want to do it. He went on the artist route.
And then Loki became the face of the company for the first year of the company.
Like, since we're going to shift, like we'll talk, keep it funky. I think that he should really get into the tag team division because I feel like him as a tag team wrestler
With Eddie?
Oh, him and Eddie
Yeah.
Kingston as tag team
Because
champions would be
when-
dope.
when like how that he was tag team wrestling, I feel like to him he needs something to bounce off of. He's not trash, but he's one of those stars in NBA where like you're better when you
He
pair him with
needs an
somebody
assistant.
else. He's not a Kyrie, but he's like you said, a Chris Bosh, where in the Raptors, Chris Bosh on the Raptors was nice. My son with the doodle braids, come on, he was nasty.
Anybody with doo-doo braids
He
and
was
baby
but
teeth, I can't trust.
but he was nasty. But when he went to Miami, he was still good though.
Anyone with doo-doo braids and baby teeth,
But
I cannot trust you.
So
Just gonna put down the
Baby teeth turns me off.
Dolphin
Baby
teeth?
girl, dolphin teeth, I like that better. Dolphin teeth,
dolphin
shorties,
teeth.
yeah,
baby teeth look like dolphin teeth.
yeah, they do.
Look at a dolphin's teeth.
Yeah,
So I was watching.
That's
So
a complete turn off.
so I was watching this clip of Maury earlier this morning, and the guy on there had fucking baby teeth, and I was just like,
exactly.
bitch, you should have known he was a liar the moment he opened his mouth. He got baby teeth. Ew.
Yo, baby teeth is such a turn off.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't care how beautiful you are, how fat your butt
Like,
is.
grow up.
You got baby
all
teeth.
around.
Nah, that's not your fault though. That's not your fault.
It's like the Tooth Fairy fucking missed you your entire life. The fuck is that
Kiki
about?
said that this generation needed a mankind.
Yo,
We have John.
Kiki's wilding. Kiki's wilding.
Wait, what?
She said she compared to Mankind to John.
Wait,
To
wait,
Moxley?
wait.
She said this generation needed a Mankind. We have John Moxley. You're
He's
bugging,
not
Kiki.
it. That's
You're
not
bugging,
it.
Kiki.
That's not it,
Nobody
sis.
could be
That's not it.
any generation of John. I'm mankind.
The reason why I disagree is because John, Chris Bosh, Aquaman, regardless, I don't like the dude. He's main event. He's the guy that has to go over.
Oh.
He's the guy that has to go over. Mankind goes over here and there, but he's the catalyst of making somebody into a mega superstar.
Now, if you would have said Cactus Jack, sis, maybe.
No, even Cactus Jack,
Maybe would've
even
sided.
Dude Love.
Yeah, you're right.
Those 3 characters were used to put people over. Were used to make these guys into legitimate superstars. Eddie Kingston, I've said it before,
Yeah, it's mankind.
has the potential to be that Dude Love, Cactus Jack, Mankind type of thing.
So let me ask you a question. So how you guys feel about the new Cody show?
So
I love it.
I love it because I definitely love reality show.
But Janelle, so Wilkins, they copied the Miz.
No. So what's
They
funny?
did run the Miz.
No.
They always cover WWE.
No.
They can't have the original stuff.
But what's
I
so,
don't care.
Listen,
WWE is
but
better.
But what's so funny is that we failed to remember that Brandy was on a show on E called Wags, which was wives and girlfriends
of
athletes. It was the Atlanta version. So they were on that show way before Mr. and Ms. came on TV. So she's been on reality TV before.
Teach these devils.
So listen, reality TV is gonna be what it is. But that's because I saw that all day. I saw that all this morning. I was like, people were like, oh, they copying Ms. and Mrs. I'm like, oh, baby loves. She was on reality TV before these niggas.
Who said
was on.
this? Was it Shane Taylor or somebody that it was either Shane? It was Joe Kim. That's how you get exposure.
Yeah,
like
and
that's
in all
how.
honesty, I feel I would be more invested in the reality show.
Exactly, and that's how you get your shorty involved. B. Like I know mad girls that I talk to because a lot of girls I talk to don't watch wrestling.
Excuse me, how many girls are you talking to?
I know a lot of girls, and like how that they'll tell me they don't watch wrestling, but they'll watch Total Divas with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll watch Miz
or Total
and Miz
Bellas.
Total Bellas,
like
because those shows are popping. And guess what? Crossover appeal.
But what I saw out of that is TNT is fully invested into AEW because the show is on TNT, right?
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I gotta bring this up. Someone said this. TNA first years is better than AEW first years.
That's their opinion.
TNA's first years were strong though.
But
it was with the NWA thing. The reason why they worked out because I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it, but I see what he's talking about. But I'm saying that you rather have TNA first 2 years or AEW first 2 years. You got a TV deal that people can actually access it. Nobody has to pay for pay-per-views. That's a win right there.
Everyone pays for pay-per-views.
No.
For
every
AEW?
week. No.
Oh,
Impact every weekly show was.
Nigga, I spent $60 on Revolution.
That's different.
The fuck?
Their weekly show you had to pay every week like $5 to $10. So right there, AEW won.
Everybody.
It's a personal thing.
It's a personal preference on that.
Because to me, my thing is that especially with TNA early days is that you had the young Joe, you had the young AJ, you had.
I said the first 2 years.
I still think I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it.
It's so
whoever said it, I can get why you said it, but to be fair, AEW hasn't really fully done their 2 full years, so I can't even put that on the table yet.
You're comparing doing the business in a pandemic versus doing business after WWE.
Well, their first year wasn't in the pandemic though, so.
It led up to it.
Exactly. So you can't compare the two. If you do, it's different circumstances.
What do you think? What do you guys think about that? He's right. It's the thing. The thing is
catch-22.
It's really a weird thing because you're right because it is a pandemic. It is a rough time. But there's things you can argue with it and for it. But I really think to go back to the reality show. This is what Brandy needs.
Yo, so if you haven't seen it, there is a trailer of it on Twitter, and you could probably YouTube it, of the new show. My favorite part was when Cody was fucking gargling fucking alcohol. I said, what the fuck? She said, I'm about to have a child, and my husband is still low-key a child. And the next clip was him and a few friends in the kitchen gargling, taking a shot and gargling liquor.
But that's the thing.
I was like,
shit, that's the thing that's going to put him over because, so I was in this chat today, right? And this is something I want to bring up, and this is why I think this show is very important. The chat mentioned, and me and you spoke, I think we all spoke about this. Remember when the Black Lives Matter thing was going on? And then Brandy made that post?
Yeah.
Which was like, I get you. Because I understand you on what you're talking about, but baby girl, read the room.
Yeah.
This is the wrong time to post this.
Not okay. Right.
And
now.
I think her image, especially in the black community, like dropped. Also, the white community don't really care for you. They just see you as Cody's wife. They don't give a fuck about you. And you spoke about it, your shorty might just be like, yo, I want to watch this. What's going on with this? It gives another look of who she is. And she needs this.
But it's kind of hard because a lot of people are just in this wrestling bubble. So when you diversify outside the bubble, people feel like you're copying off of someone else. But like my brother said, it's kind of the bigger picture. I want people to see my personality.
Exactly.
And guess what? Being away for TV time is bad because people kind of low-key forget about you.
Not low-key, they forget about you.
They forget about you.
So her having on screen is important. Yes, we miss Ronda and Becky, but
we don't.
I
Sorry. We don't. But continue. I'm sorry.
Thank God that wrestling is not you.
But guess what? There are other people that don't. Like, it's not just me that don't. Like, you got some people that are going to be Ronda fans, and you're going to have some people that are Becky, or you're going to have fans that are going to, you're going to have people that like both, you're going to have people that don't like both, or one or the other. Like, that's just, that's just life.
But that's not the point. The point of the matter is just like, people still miss them. Right? People forget about them. You forget sometimes. Sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, Becky Lynch. Oh, yeah, I forgot about her. Oh, yeah, Ronda Rousey. I forgot about her. You're going to forget. Now, imagine if they had a reality TV show or there was, like, on Twitch or whatever, talking about their life. They still going to be irrelevant. They're still going to be relevant in people's eyes. And it humanized her as a person.
Of course,
you know,
100%.
Someone said this, you know, when you've been jucking and jiving so hard for so long for that kind, now you have more black people to roster. You remember who you are.
It's the duo Martin
But
Luther
guess
King
what?
and Malcolm X of Kiki and Shantice.
Yeah,
that's
it. Like not everything is racist.
No, but okay. So I'll push back on both their questions real quick.
What's their question?
So what their comments and their statement, maybe we both can talk about it. This is something that was talked about today with a couple of people. Brandy, when it comes to the black community, we reject her 100%.
Absolutely.
But why?
And I'm going to get to that. And this is something me and you have dealt with growing up where people don't feel that we're black enough.
Oh.
And
well, I dealt with, I'm not Spanish enough. So it's the opposite.
But the thing about it, you know the rejection of something that, this is who I am, but y'all going to reject me out of it. Because our community, matter of fact, majority people of color community.
Let's focus on black people.
We'll do black people. They say it like there's only one way to be black.
Exactly.
And that's why she gets pushed back a lot.
But people forget that a lot of females in watching wrestling, some people consider you the white girl and you're black. People forget to have sympathy for other people.
But the thing about it, that tone deaf post, you shouldn't have done that.
We all make mistakes.
No. No, hold on. We all do make mistakes. But the problem is, it came off so selfish. It's not her. We make mistakes, but it came off so selfish, and then you didn't even apologize after. Because a mistake can be made. And I'm not trying to tear her down because at the end of the day, she's in a predominantly white community of men.
Well, she's probably the only black female holding
Kiki said
a position in AEW.
That's true, but in Brandy's case, she did it to herself by putting herself higher than others, and only because she married a white man.
I'm not gonna.
Stop saying
hold
that.
on, no. But that's a conversation. That is a conversation, and I don't want to dismiss that person's opinion on it.
You know what? You're right.
Hold on. Her opinion on it, because that's how it looks.
The perception of
it. That's the perception of things, because we don't know what goes on, but at the same time, that might be going on. And then that tone deaf comment, because I was fucking with her when she had to put Cody in his place when he was like, I don't see color. But then you turn around and post that thing in such a tone deaf way, especially what's going on. And then you don't apologize about it because you know what? Like you said, people make mistakes. It's a weird dynamic with her, and that's why this show is important. To go back to the show.
Okay. I guess I guess for me is everybody are entitled to redemption. Everybody. Everybody has a way to become a better version of themselves. Mm-hmm. So when I see Brandy, everybody trashing her, I said, do not preach uplifting black women. Just because this woman, you feel like she does something wrong, you just say, you know what, then just leave it as that. Because you don't know what struggle that she goes through on a daily basis. You don't know that. Just because her struggle is not your struggle, it doesn't look like your struggle. Struggle is struggle. reason why that I kind of like be on, so I'm not defending her, but I kind of be on some like, I want you to have the whole picture, step by step back, because I realized that I don't know what she goes through. And me, myself, as a person of color, like, yo, I'm not accepted. Even in the wrestling community, I'm not accepted by a lot of people. So I know how I feel to be outside. No matter what you do, no matter what you said, you get judged.
But the thing about it, let me push back on that.
Okay.
Because you're right. You're right. Let's say, for instance, you're having a bad day, right? Mm-hmm. You're having a bad day. You know.
That's my song though.
You missed the train.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the train. Your shoes got wet. And you fell down and scraped your knee. Mm-hmm. It's one of those days that shit, everything is going wrong. And Janelle comes to you. And then y'all talking, and she tells you, today my dad just died. Are you gonna start talking about your day? About you having a bad day?
Because I know better.
Exactly. But hold on.
But only reason why I know better, because there's been a time that I have been tone deaf in the past.
And I understand that, and I understand that. But the thing about it, you learned from it. You apologized about it.
Not the first time.
But the thing about it,
it takes a while.
People told you, hey, this is the wrong thing. And this also goes back of her not having the right people. You spoke about that earlier on the show. The right people around her. And I'm hearing people trying to talk to her, stuff of that nature, people that look like her. That's what I'm hearing. But most of the time, if my husband doesn't look like me, none of his friends look like me, I don't know anything. But when somebody's knocking on your head and it's like, yo, hey, this is wrong, and you're still not getting it because you're so angry about the situation. Yes, we all can sit here and be like, yo, we all been questioning about who we are, even though this is who we are. You talk about being. Tell people about when people tell you're not Spanish enough.
You just like, I think I don't hear it. Like, it's hard because face value, you wouldn't know. So even growing up, people be like, they see my mom and my dad is the same complexion, if not maybe a smidge lighter than me. So they'll both look like, huh? It's not until they see my last name.
Yeah.
It's not until they see my grandparents or cousins on that side. Like, they don't, the perception is like, oh, she's a black girl. But then you see the last name, and you hear the last name, you're like, ooh, she's definitely not only black. And growing up for me, it was just because of the neighborhood I grew up in the block was predominantly Hispanics. So, like, in their mind, if you didn't speak their language, or you didn't act a certain way, or you didn't understand certain things, or just in that dynamic, if you didn't come from that same environment, they look at you different. And it's not so much of a shade, but it's just like, well, we don't relate. So that's why growing up for me, it was hard to relate to that side, even though I know that's a part of me, but it was hard to always relate to that side because we came from two different environments.
And
even though it's gatekeeper shit.
And honestly, listen, I'm gonna answer all the questions right now. I see what Shantiz and Kiki are saying. You know what? You tote that flag when it benefits you as a black woman. All right, cool. I see y'all stance on this. I see that. But I kind of see it this way. Yo, if you feel that way, continue to educate her. Continue to educate.
But she has to accept the education.
And that's the thing. I don't know what she's doing behind closed doors. I don't know how she grew up. I don't know if she went to an all-white school and she was the only black girl.
I think, honestly speaking, you both mentioned something, the struggle. There's a struggle when you're not accepted. Mm-hmm. And I think she's dealing, and I don't want to shit on her because I think she's dealing with that.
Exactly.
But the thing is that you got to come to a point where you're like, yo, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn more about this and try to do it, or you just reject it. It's up to you. It's up to, because there's a point where, you know how we always talk about our parents who fucked up shit to us? Mm-hmm. There's a point you gotta be like, yo, at this point I'm an adult. I gotta take care of myself. So I think that's where she's at. And the thing is, she posted another time because I follow her and I want her to succeed because she is a black EVP
Absolutely.
in a predominantly white company.
She's probably the only
said that they
black
tried
female.
to on Twitter, but she blocked people. But sometimes how you be coming at people just right now, honestly, I would have blocked y'all too.
Yes,
oh, you're not doing this. You should wave that flag. Block, 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 block. You're coming with fists. Come like this.
But it takes time for people to see things.
I think at the end of the day, not my issue with Brandy, because I like you said, I love her. As a black woman in a predominantly
she got the white tag.
As a black female in a predominantly white business,
I want you to win, dogs.
I definitely want you to be able to, once again, create. It's all about creating opportunities for the next black female and the next black female or the next Indian woman or the next Asian woman. Like, those are the things that I think are important. But I think at the end of the day, it just in general is you have to be able to take accountability for you and what you've said. And I think sometimes as fans, we always are so quick to like bash someone, but not knowing their background story, not knowing the full story sometimes. And that's just in life in general.
We live in an era where we don't let people grow up.
But once again, we also live in an era where people don't take accountability either. So it's a two-way street. It's a catch-22 because
she's right.
Because you got people that'll be here and be
Derek
upset.
Jackson.
Oh, Team Jackson here.
That fucking.
Your Team Jackson?
No, nigga is.
I like to say that. It's funny.
And I will listen.
My son said that. Like
listen.
He's a cancer, but he's he's a Leo cancer. Like he's different. He's a July cancer.
I will say this will be the only thing I definitely want to talk about it on that song talk. So it's so funny you mentioned that nigga. But I will say this on this: he is the biggest clown in America.
Son did a
right
review to his.
How do you talk about yourself in the third fucking person?
Yo, that's genius, B.
The money, the revenue. He got breath for
genius.
And you know what's crazy? Someone had put a meme up or something because his wife was looking real regular, and that's just how she really looked. But nah, there's no way I could have been sitting next to that nigga looking like that, holding that nigga's hand and knowing the whole bullshit, and you sitting in your car preaching, and then you want to fucking chastise John Gray's dirty ass too. Well, your ass is just as dirty.
But
the
okay,
fuck?
all right. So
it's gonna piss me off. So we're not gonna talk about that.
Hold on, nah. But
that shit blew my.
This is the job of this. So we talk about random shit. So
you brought it up. I was just like,
no, I'm gonna
clown ass nigga.
So this is my belief on him, right? And this is why I feel sorry for Shorty. This is my opinion. I don't know if this is true, but he has manipulated Shorty so much to the point that she doesn't believe in herself.
Absolutely. The self-esteem is gone.
But he used her love language. It's scripture. That's a love language.
Yeah, but that's manipulation.
That's gaming up the church girl 101.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
that nigga played chess with her.
Yeah, no, he played checkers because she wasn't strong enough. Because he wasn't strong. Because I'm telling you.
And he used marriage so like she won't get divorced. Because Christian women be like how that,
they don't believe in
divorce. So that's how you got her. He trapped her, B.
And then, the thing about it, they've been dating for so long, so she knows nothing else.
Yeah.
Listen, sis, if you ever listen to the Job of Tears podcast or someone that's listening and wants to send her this clip, sis, get the fuck out. Like, just... That nigga ain't no type of good.
I'm still, because
if you have the audacity to talk in a third fucking person sitting next to me, who the fuck are you?
But no, hold on. But he said that. But what had me? I didn't even know he said this because I don't watch his stuff. I don't watch any of them.
I had literally watched because I follow him on Instagram, so I've watched his stuff.
Of course
and I literally watched. Right before that shit hit, I literally watched. It was like 7 ways to know that the guy loves you or whatever.
Of course you watched that.
Of course you watched that shit.
Hey, believe that. He's like,
no, I didn't. No. I didn't
Is
say
Mikey
no.
doing this? I think Mikey only did 5, so I don't know if he.
I don't know if he's all the way in.
2.
Is he fully in or not? No. But I don't listen. I just listened to it because someone else has sent it to me. So literally 2 days later was when all that shit popped off, and I said that nigga look familiar. I said, where did I just see this nigga? I said, this the nigga that be on Instagram talking wild shit in his car. And trying to give advice. And he was in his car, probably coming from the side bitch's house.
Cheating.
Fuck that nigga.
But it's you gotta understand.
That nigga is trash.
That's who he is. And the fact that
He's
said,
a trash ass nigga.
I blame God and the church
Son
for what I did.
Son said this.
And then
I got saved and my life went to shambles. My nigga, you lying, B.
You literally
no one gets saved and life get in shambles.
You shitted on Pastor John Gray's dirty ass when your ass is doing the same shit.
But
I didn't appreciate that.
You got to understand that's who he is for mad long.
Yeah.
He found his niche did what he needed to do, and that's what it is.
Out here trying to sell books and give advice, and you not even taking your own advice.
But the thing about it, people fell for it, men and women. There's some men that bought the books, trying to figure out their marriages are going through shambles. But I said it before. I said it's 48 laws of power. One of the laws is when you look perfect, 9 out of 10 times you're fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was appearing way too perfect. And I feel bad for Shorty because I know girls like that.
Yeah, me too.
The
girls
that will stay because that's the only thing
those
you
are
know.
riders, B. Girls like that,
But that shit is
don't ask for
toxic
nothing.
and unhealthy.
You give them
as
the
fuck.
world, B. You give them everything, B.
He gave her the world, but then made her look like
B. He gave her the world, B.
So
he gave her dreams,
So no,
B.
my thing.
He ain't Meek Mills.
Yo, my thing
See
will
what I did there,
always.
y'all?
I bet you she supported him.
No, but my thing.
As he was trying to come up.
Correct.
Fucked up football career. And then he started doing what he's doing online.
But
he got popping, and she supported him.
The one thing.
That's the fucked up thing about it.
The one thing outside of that, the other thing that really messes me up is I'm never for someone embarrassing you on a national platform.
I didn't like that.
There's no way you can. There's no way humanly possible that I can sit here in good graces and hold your hand as you talking to third person, talking about you cheating on me.
She made it worse because she came with a little video with her arm fatigue and her benet. This is not. They think this for fatigue. This is the breastplate of God. I'm looking like, my nigga, don't use God in this.
You have to understand, like,
that shit is trash.
That's a love language.
It's a mental disorder. Like she's mentally broken down. Like you can tell. And the thing about it, he controls the relationship.
He does.
It's sad. It's sad because he manipulated the situation.
He did, yeah.
He knew exactly what to do and how to get her.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this is all she knows. She don't think she could do better or anything close to that because she did a whole page about it. She's mad insecure.
Yeah.
Like she was mad that her daughter came out dark skinned. Like. No, Shorty is messed up mentally.
Yo, it was
God
crazy.
Was asleep. Shout out to Kiki for that.
Nigga said God was asleep.
He did like this. Nah, not today.
That shit is
he
crazy.
manipulated her.
Nah, like, yo,
that
like,
shit is
yo.
She was so obsessed with her, like Mickey James was obsessed with Trish. Come on, son.
Or John Cena.
Oh, bars. Bars.
Or John Cena.
Bars. Because Mickey was obsessed with John.
With John?
Yes.
And then lost her job because of it. That's how much power that nigga had.
Bro, hold on. Before we finish, son.
That's how much power that nigga had.
The illest dudes in professional wrestling with power is Triple H and John Cena.
Get niggas' jobs gone.
Hard number 3 is Randy Orton. Hard number 3.
Randall is like, yes, okay, I can get.
No, Randall.
Because Randall will say, I'm not doing that shit, and that shit ain't going to happen.
But also,
shit ain't going down.
I'm going to tell you, watch the Stone Cold interview.
Yeah, no, I'm going to watch it.
And he was just like, yo, this shit was handed to me.
Yeah. But he said that before.
But he was so, you have to watch it. It's like, I love Randy already. I fell in love with him. Because it was just the way his mind worked, everything of that nature. But
he's at peace.
But Triple H and Triple H said, I want to take over the business.
How do I do that?
Hi, Stephanie.
What's good?
You fine? You look good? What up? Yo, China, you Yo, China, you cool. Yeah. I like you. Yeah. But this is my meal ticket right here. Yeah. And she likes me back. Yeah. So I'm going to give her this dick. And I'm going to give her 2 kids. And you know what?
Actually, no, they got 4 girls.
Sorry. 4.
They got 4 little girls.
4.
All the girls.
And the thing about it,
they have all the girls, and she ain't got all the boys.
Yeah. So, what up? Damn. And then, next on the list, John Cena. Yo, Mickey, you acting crazy.
She gotta go.
Yo, Vince.
She gotta go.
You know I'm here to make this money, right? She distracting me.
She gotta go.
I know he said that to Vince. Vince was like, all right, okay.
And I even take it a step further with the relationship with him and Nikki.
Oh shoot. Nah. I think that Nikki was playing him though, dogs.
No.
Think about it. Got your whole Wrestlemania.
John Cena legit. You know, I couldn't really fuck with him.
John Cena proposed.
When that nigga, but
Nikki won, dogs.
Yo, but at the end of the day, this nigga before he even proposed gave this bitch a whole. This how you know niggas business. He gave this bitch a whole contract before she even stepped foot in his door.
Still got the ring, dogs.
Good for her.
So she won long run.
She still got the ring, and what happened? Couldn't get a kid.
She got a kid.
No, couldn't get a kid with John.
Not for John. No.
What if like John
And
Cena
then but then at the moment, when right before the
Who
ending
broke
of
it
them,
off? Was it she did?
I want to say it's her
Yeah.
because of how things ended up.
She
on
won.
Bella's.
She won. There you go.
No, she didn't, because John didn't care.
And then you know what the crazy part is? John Cena didn't give a fuck, and that's what really bothered me. And every time I watch a TV, I be like, "Why the fuck she still with this nigga? He don't really care." And then the okie joke was they broke up within a year. He got married.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, married.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
whole nother bitch.
Like, listen, John is ill. John don't care.
Cena is ill. John don't give zero
John don't care. John is ill. He is.
May have to name this John Cena.
Bro. And this is what we talked about with D-Lo. When you get business savvy, you take it over the way. You put your heart in it. John learned Chinese.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena learned.
They broke up because John Cena was cheating.
So? It's John.
And guess what? It probably wasn't the first time that nigga done cheated.
He don't care.
Oh, but John Cena said he was on Good Morning America saying, I'll give you the kids, I'll give you the marriage.
Right, but it was after the fact.
Because he cheated and he got caught. That's all. That's what niggas do.
That was some nigga shit. He literally went on, and then she talked about it after he got on Good Morning America. Because I was even like, John, why the fuck did you go on Good Morning America and say, well, I want the best for her, but I was willing to give her the kids, the marriage.
Yes,
it's just like, what?
Because to make myself look good. John how to put himself over.
I said, nigga, if you don't get off my TV with that bullshit.
John knows how to put himself over.
All the time. And you know what?
John.
Fuck John Cena.
John
Cena. But you still a trash ass nigga, low key. But it's okay. I still fuck with you, John Cena.
I fucks with John.
I fucks with John, but
John was the most, and I've said this before a while ago. He was the most profitable person for WWE. We can talk about Stone Cold. We can talk about The Rock, which is my main man's. But the most important person next to bitch-ass Hogan, John Cena. Because remember, everybody left.
And he was last man standing. But on that note.
Still the business.
Man, what a good show, guys. So, any last words before we go? I mean, we probably didn't really talk about wrestling this week. It wasn't a lot going on this week, actually. When I came in, I was like, what's going on?
John took an L from his first wife. He knows his business.
Contract.
The first contract didn't work out.
She took half of everything, and he wasn't even big.
He's not doing that again.
He didn't even hit the peak.
But he's not doing that again.
And she took everything. She took
Thank
half.
you, Ariel, for that.
Shout out to Ariel.
But listen, John Cena, I still fucks with you though. You need to be out here teaching not niggas to do contracts and shit like that for girlfriends and shit, but business shit. Definitely should do a lesson or two. All right, guys. So other than that, what's coming up? Once again, WrestleMania. The boys will be here. They'll be at Legends both nights, Saturday and Sunday. Night 1, they had announced this week on Raw, will be Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. And also, you have, to me, my main event, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title all in one night. Right. Also, Bad Bunny versus The Miz, which people are complaining about, but it's money. You got to understand. You got to look at the bigger picture, because guess what? Y'all niggas wasn't complaining when Floyd Mayweather was two-piece and fucking Big Show. But anyway, but that's all.
The Miz is smart.
Yeah, correct. And he keeps himself relevant. I appreciate that. So that's all night 1, which is Saturday night. And then night 2, they had announced that it will be, for the Universal title, it would be, as of right now, because I definitely think it's going to change within the next week. You got Edge versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And then you also have The Fiend returning versus Randy Orton. And then, no, they haven't announced Shane and fucking Braun is random as fuck. But Shane always got to put his 2 cents in the WrestleMania, so I ain't mad about it. But once again, the boys will be at Legends. So once again, night 1, night 2, come out, support. I will be actually down in Tampa, Florida. So if you are coming down to Tampa, make sure to come say hi. I'll be at a few shows and stuff like that. And that information will start releasing as we get closer to WrestleMania date. But other than that, just stay tuned. We are dropping, like we said, our interview with D'Lo Brown this week. And then also this episode will drop right after. Once again, subscribe to all of our social media platforms. streaming platforms, our YouTube channel, Job of Tears Podcast Network, with plethora of other podcasts you can listen to. But anyway, as always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.